Greetings and welcome to another video here on AscensionLeague over here on Team Light. I wanted to make a video to explain my experience as far as working with the Galactics and what is a galactic being. I feel there's many connotations in multidimensional beings that are here on Earth and the different dimensions that exist above 3D. But what truly makes you a galactic? What truly embodies that type of rapport? And what type of intent, integrity, and awesomeness do you bring to this format? Well, for me, a galactic is as follows. I feel that a galactic has a responsibility. I feel that a galactic incarnate is coming to this place, Earth, this dimension, fractaled out, right, to this lower density, right, with a certain means and order of operation in which they are very comfortable and experienced in motivating and adjusting systems. I feel that a galactic is more than just more than just a solar representation or a planetary situation. I feel that a galactic, hence our galaxy, right, the Milky Way, at least on Earth is what we call it, right, has certain responsibilities as far as how they carry themselves, how they interact with other beings, other sentient beings, the different systems that are represented here, specifically on Earth. For example, some of the systems represented on Earth are Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, Vega, Betelgeuse, Draco system, Anunnaki, Nibiru. You also have Pleiades. You also have there's so many. Chrysian. You have the Mantids. You have these. Like I said, these are just a small group. I know you have the Asani. You have the Greys. You have the Tall Whites. You have the what else we got here? We got the Reptilians. Woo! Right. We also got we've got some amazing beings from the Pegasus. Awesome place to be from, Pegasus. The Orions. Awesome. What am I getting to? The issue is that each of these different formats in our processing and our programming, based upon their dimensions, is a direct reflection of how we carry ourselves down here in 3D. Hence, what everyone has said in the past, as above, so below. Okay, now to understand how we integrate into one another and kind of what I call the perfect smoothie. Okay, check this out. If I'll walk you into this, try to understand a little bit, make it real simple. Okay. If I were a battery, let's just say, okay, and my battery needed a jump start. Okay. Well, usually you go, hey, my car is dead, can I get a jump over here? So what happens is, you know, there's two clamps. You got the black clamp, the ground, and you got the red clamp, the positive. That's how you jump a car. Okay. Well, here's my analogy of us here in 3D. We are the black clamp. Like if you're trying to jump start this engine, we are that black clamp that's actually on the ground, grounded into this dimension. From the ground, actually pulling energy up, okay, from the ground. Then you have the red clamp, you're positive. I see that more as the highest of the high, of the highest vibrational aspect of you, who is also attached to your stream of consciousness. Actually attached to your overself. I'm not talking about Wi-Fi, I'm talking about hardline. What I'm getting to is that as you vibrationally begin to encompass multiple levels of your higher selves, you also begin to encompass the wisdom that your galactics are our star family in the order and operation and manner in which they carry themselves. For example, for me, when I first woke up and I was interacting with my 8th dimensional self, Ion, one of my aspects, right? Anunnaki, Nibiru, woo, right? So I'm the first guys. 8 foot. Okay, I'm like this. I'm 6'1", right? He's like this, right? Full-blown Galactic Orion outfit on. That was my boy. That was my first interaction. That's how I woke up, mind you. Okay? I didn't get the angelic rendition till later. All right? I was in my den. 8 months of astral projection. I phased, which is one eye closed, one eye open at the rim, which is basically like you're looking at an object, but you kind of have your eyes closed, open, so you kind of make out in between the dimensions, and boom, I saw him. And then from there, I kind of played with the dimensions until I could actually bring him into focus. Hence, I was rotating my third eye like a camera lens until I could bring that object, my brother, my higher self, into focus. Okay, now, that was my first interaction. That was 5 years ago. Okay, now check this out. My angelics, my Palladians, my Sirius version. I have a Sirian version. He's bald head, blue eyes, jacked. His hands come out to be about this big when I get into his suit. Mind you, being a multidimensional being, this 3D consciousness that is this age, and that 3D consciousness, which is your age, wherever that may be, okay, to understand that this Ascension game goes both ways. I feel that that's left out of the history books. I feel like a lot of people talk about it, but they don't really translate it so everyone can understand. As you ascend down here, okay, your higher selves also on their chain of command, your overself, also ascend. It is not just I'm going from 3D to 5D. It's not how it works. The entire chain of command shifts. Okay, that's why when you guys hit a glass ceiling, it can be in spiritual practice, it can be in meditation for 10, 15 years. You're like, I hit this invisible ceiling, and for some reason I can't pull in more information. I'm kind of maxed out here, Ryan. Help me out. Well, check this out. You also have to understand that all of your aspects also have to get on your stream, and up you go. Meaning that they also have the same correlations in their reality subsets that they also have to adjust in order to bring them into your center so they can then also shift with you. Okay? Us starseed, us indigos, us crystals, we're here to integrate, harmonize, and adjust this system as our Galactics have done many, many, many times before. This is not the first time an ascension has ever taken place in 3D. This is not the first time that many of our reflections and our interactions will be viewed and monitored from a higher perspective to see how all the kids get along as one. Unity consciousness is what I speak. All is one, one is all. We are all one together. Whether if you understand string theory, or if you understand the correlations that, or you also heard the term, everything's kind of like within 6 degrees of separation. I know a friend that knows a friend that actually knows a friend that knows a friend that knows you. In the same manner in the universe, that same correlation applies. Okay, now, Galactics. If you have a higher self, this is kind of advanced, but I'm trying to give you what it feels like. If you have a higher self that you kind of see as like a high priestess, if you're a girl, but very graceful, elegante, I don't really wish to interact in that manner with them. Okay, or you have a Galactic on the male side, or more the warrior side. I really don't want to get down there and deal with those little things. Let me know when you need me for something larger. Okay. What I'm getting to, it's a different perspective in the game in which there's different applications in which they will want to get involved and are very good at their job or their skill set, depending upon what the task is. If you need help tying your shoes, probably not the best thing to ask a higher self. Just keep it light out there. All right. But if you need help on planning your life path, who you need to meet when you're on the road, and these directions, these correlations, I want to express my evolution in a very dynamic way. Higher self, inner self, over self. But to engage that, you have to will it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Free will zone. Meaning that if you would like to request healing, you must ask for it. Okay? If you want to request aid, clarity, how do I open my heart and be more of a loving person? How do I clean up my past? How do I, never tell another lie? How do I, work on my body? How do I improve myself? How do I truly become the being I was truly meant to be and I truly want to be? How do I do that? Well, that sounds like an overself, oversoul question, now doesn't it? Okay? But you have to ask. So the Galactics have a very different perspective. Mind you, this is the first time I believe in this manner, this much interaction from the Galactics, from our star family, all down here in the present moment, in this timeline, interacting and working on the population in 3D all the way up as a shift for the entire planetary structure. Yes, there aren't many of these in the universe right now. I can tell you that I've talked to many higher selves, many Galactics, and it's almost like they're trying to figure out this formula that has worked on other planets. So like, why doesn't that work on Earth? And for me, what I kind of get is, I think it's kind of like attitude. I don't know, Earth, all my friends and family, all the people that I grew up with, we all have a certain type of attitude. You know, I don't know. It's like, I mean, you go to a different planet, like that attitude doesn't really exist in their format. And the thing is that that attitude is generated from a lot of conflicts between different aspects in our consciousness. So when you ask the vessel, hey, what do you want? He's like, well, I kind of want this, but I'm not trying to work 12 hours a day. Or it's like, why does she get that? Because I deserve that. I'm way better than that. These are analogies. Hence the ego, right? I'm trying to get to is that you have all these multidimensional aspects and thought forms going through your consciousness, running through your chemical computer, into your hardware, your suit, right? But it seems like everyone lost the manual. It seems like there's a manual to actually operate a 3D suit properly, a body and how it's supposed to be operated and taken care of. And it seems like for some reason, I don't know if it was 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, someone took the manual and then just tossed it in the recycling bin. I don't know where it is. So right now we're reformatting, relearning, remembering how to operate in the suit. I am all about evolution. I'm all about abundance. I'm all about harmonizing all these different characters, all these different awesome aspects in our universe and bringing them into oneness. Okay? My analogy I always use all the time, it's like playing on a football team, American football. Okay? If you're the quarterback of your own light stream, here's you, or male or female, in this game. Here we go. I'm the quarterback. I got the ball. But the ball is called free will. Here's the football. It's called free will. Here we go. You need those big offensive linemen, hence your night side, to protect you that goes, nothing's going to touch you. You also need, on your defensive, on your offensive, you also need your big light boys going, nothing's going to touch you, we're going for a touchdown. You need the different aspects in yourself. You need the wide receiver who's faster than everybody else when you throw the Hail Mary. You know, we're referencing the football pass. You need all of your different aspects working as one unit to create that all-star system, that true galactic being in the 3D form. Yes, you do. Okay, because your consciousness on this planet right now, mine's only 33 years old. I don't know how old yours is, but compared to the millions and millions and millions of years of evolution that has taken place to get you here right now in the present moment, okay? It's like the big pink elephant in the room no one wants to talk about. To get into that place, you have to remember yourself. Nothing in this illusionary place will teach you who you truly are. The answer is always from within. Understand this. Okay? And I don't care what a flavor or spiritual belief system you have, as long as you believe in abundance, prosperity, harmonizing, love one another, and respect one another, you're all good. You're good to go. Doesn't matter what the name is. Doesn't matter what the belief system is. As long as you treat one another with respect, play well, nicely together, right? And create awesomeness together, win-win. It's a win-win for us. It's a win-win for the universe. Okay? It is us in the present moment to balance this timeline. It is all of us together to balance the surface of this planet. It is all of us together to help Gaia out, raise her frequency, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to assist this situation, not be the cause of it. And that's the difference, I feel, between us light beings, light workers, light warriors here right now. We're here to aid, help, and be of service. My name is Rion, and it's a pleasure being here, being of service to you. And I look forward to talking to you guys very, very soon. Have fun out there with your galactic aspects. And remember, the true teacher that you shall find is within yourself. Your higher self, your overself, your oversoul is your true teacher. We are simply guides to remind you. Blessings.